Hello, folks. This is Mr. Dan coming to you from the Landscape Design Classroom, and today I'm going to talk to you about should your business be a corporation or what? So, 5 ways agribusinesses are organized can be sole proprietorships, partnerships, corporations, franchises, and cooperatives. We're going to talk a little bit about each one right now. So, sole proprietorship is owned by one person or jointly owned by a wife and husband who file a joint tax return. Sole proprietor owns all aspects of the business, takes all responsibility, and assumes all risk. Proprietor usually manages and operates the business, but could employ people who manage some aspect of the business. Some advantages here: free to make your own decisions. Profits are not shared. Some disadvantages: you provide or borrow all the capital needed, and you take on all the risk. Assume all liability if the business fails. I grew up in a sole proprietorship in a landscaping business. So, everything is on you with this type of business. Moving on into partnership. This is owned by 2 or more individuals. Attorney draws up partnership agreement with details of ownership and operation. General partnership. Each partner is fully liable for debts or charges. So both people in the party, if one person buys something and defaults on it, then the other person is also responsible for that. Limited partnership. Some partners invest money but are not liable beyond their investment and do not make decisions. So if you have a limited partnership and you invest money into it, that's all you did. You just put your money into it and you may get a return on that investment, but if some decisions go south, you may not be responsible for some of that stuff. So general partnership. The advantages here are shared management decisions, different skills from each of the partners. Disadvantages: each partner is fully liable for debts or liability charges. Moving into corporation, more complicated than sole proprietorship or partnership, established under state laws, treated as a legal entity with rights and responsibilities much like a person, owned by shareholders. And getting into a corporation, or starting one, a legal document called the Articles of Incorporation is filed with the state. 3 roles in a corporation. Those would be shareholders, the investors, directors, the people who set policy and hire officers, and officers run day-to-day business affairs and carry out policies of the directors. Bylaws provide rules for corporate operation. Now, when a corporation needs operating capital, more stock can be offered to existing shareholders, may change percentage of ownership. Money can be borrowed, may put personal assets at risk. Profits may be reinvested rather than paid out in dividends, and could possibly have a public stock offering. Subchapter S corporations. These are a special type of corporate organization, very popular for small business operations such as small farms, landscape companies, as it becomes more specialized. Many family farms and businesses with several family owners are organized in this way. Avoid double taxation, the same as regular corporation in most other ways. Moving into franchise, this is a local, privately owned outlet for a larger corporate business. Local owner has the rights to use a company name and sell its products. Fast food restaurants are a great example of this. One of the cheapest ones to get into would be a Chick-fil-A. But there are also some companies out there, landscape-wise, that you can actually buy a franchise name off of. And having a name established already can be a real advantage in the ever-growing industry of landscape. So maybe organized as a sole proprietorship, a partnership, or a corporation. So some advantages here: may be very profitable for the owners. Parent company may provide training, some advertising, and daily operation procedures. Disadvantages: significant upfront capital investment. A share of the profits is paid to parent company. And looking at the cooperative, very common in agribusiness, can also be incorporated under a charter called a subchapter T corporation. nonprofit business in which the shares are owned by the customer or clients of the business. And each shareholder has only one vote, no matter how many shares he or she may own. So that was a little bit about different types of corporations and maybe something you might want to get into business-wise, but I would recommend going back into the presentation and then doing a little bit more research into each one. Remember, this is only an overview, but that is the end of my presentation. So if you have any questions about anything, please give me a call down here in the Landscape Design Classroom, and I appreciate your time. Have a great day, folks.